Right guys, I'm so sorry, something has gone wrong with my video recording, so the first half of the video has not actually recorded. So I'm going to just go over what I did before. And in my pan, what I started off with was some butter and some oil, just a little of each, 1 tablespoon of oil and a tablespoon of butter, and that was it. And then I added some onions, peppers, and some parboiled potatoes, which means I'd cooked my potatoes previously and I've just added them into the pan. Today we are going to be making something called tortilla, which is a frittata, which is the Italian version of basically what is an omelette. It is an egg dish, and there are various versions. The most popular, or shall I say the most well-known ones, are a frittata. The Spanish ones is a tortilla de papas, and obviously there's the French omelette, which is folded in half. So each one has a slight variation or slight variations. The frittata is finished off in the oven, whereas the tortilla de papas, once you put in the egg, you flip it over with a plate. But we are going to finish ours in the oven today, and my grill is already on so that I can do that later on. It is a fantastic dish to use up leftovers. So whatever you have, if you've got some leftover veggies from the night before, if you've got any vegetables will go really, really well in here. If you've got, I've forgotten the name now, Brussels sprouts, if you've got some cabbage, if you've got leftover peas, anything, any kind of vegetable will go in here. Your recipe also has celery. I don't actually like celery in my frittata. I like celery in other things. So please feel free to change the recipe up just to use any vegetables that you have. So now I've been frying these for about 10 minutes or so. So they've softened and the onions have softened and some of the potatoes have gone a little bit crispy. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some spinach, and I use frozen spinach just because it's convenient and it means I've always got it in the fridge. And then I've also got some peas that I'm going to be adding to mine. So you can see this can be as healthy as you want it. You can swap out any of the vegetables. If you don't want or don't like something, then please just feel free to swap it out for something else. Now I'm just going to heat that through and mix it up. And now I have got some eggs. Now I'm making this for my family, so I have got a lot more eggs than you. The other thing that I wanted to mention to you is that at school we don't have any saucepans frying pans that are different sizes. And one of the biggest things is that because you are making a smaller quantity, you are going to, if you make this at home, you will need a smaller pan. But I'm going to show you what you're going to do with yours once I've got this egg mixed up. Now, you can make this frittata with some milk or some cream if you want to make it richer, if you want to make it a little bit more indulgent, then you can do that. But I just make mine with egg, and that goes in. Now, with the pans at school, you have got a much smaller quantity of egg. So when you get to this stage, I want you to pull everything. Once it starts cooking, it'll be easier to do this. And you're going to pull things into the center of your pan. And you're actually going to make one. Frittata is just going to be in the center of your pan. Now mine, because I'm using more, I will be able to use my whole pan. Now at first, what you're going to do is you are going to scramble the egg just a little to help it cook. Please turn down your heat so that you don't burn the bottom before the top is done. So that's something that we really have to make sure we pay attention to. So I'm just going to scramble it just a little. And I'm going to take some down from the sides, and there I think I've got enough now. So now I just want to level it out a little, and now I'm just going to let it cook on its own time. And remember that heat, guys, and then I'm going to come back and show you what it should look like before it goes into the oven. Right, So that's been cooking for about, oh guys, a minute. It really hasn't been long at all. Now if you have a look on the side here, you will start to see that the bottom is actually solidifying and that it's just the top here. You can actually see that it's just the top that's still got a little bit of, and we don't want to overcook our eggs, otherwise it's going to be rubbery. So the last thing that we're going to do is, and you can add whatever you want on here. You can add feta cheese, you can add a little bit of mozzarella, you can add parmesan, whatever you like, guys, or whatever you've got in the fridge. So I'm just going to add a very thin layer over the top, and then that's going to go under the grill, and I'm going to show you what that's going to look like in a minute. Right, and there we go. I've got, you could leave it in just for a little bit longer to get some more color on it, but I really don't want it to be overcooked, so I've actually taken mine out. I'm now going to get it onto a board just so that I can cut it up to serve. So just had to change my utensil because the other one wasn't working very well, and now I'm just going to gently make sure it's not sticking, and then I'm going to ease it onto my board like that. And now I've lost some potato. And then you can just slice it like a pizza. So I'm going to choose a nice chunk, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like when I serve. Right, so I've got that ready, and I'm going to pop my tortilla onto my plate. Now I am going to serve mine today with some smoked salmon. Now if you like smoked salmon, then please feel free to add that to yours. My husband and I love smoked salmon, and this is our dinner. So I'm going to pop that on, and you can do this in any way that you want. So please feel free to experiment, to show me what you come up with, and have fun, guys. Enjoy.